I got a little something that I cooked up. Hang on. There we go. I'm the conductor now. The shorter they are, the better. Excuse me? I remember Nana's did a stream where she was like watching train videos, and I wanted to find the exact hat, and I found it. It was just a PNG on Google. It wasn't the first result, but it was first page result. So yeah, I don't know where it's from, if it's from anywhere. It should say Loli conductor. Okay. But yeah, I guess it's just clip art. Which is why there's no watermarks or whatever. I mean, it fits. Maitetsu is mostly a Loli train VN. Well, yeah, but I couldn't find anything with Loli conductor. Who would have guessed? Add it. I'm not. I don't think I will. Nah. He's gonna ruin the hat. All right. There is room. Yeah. So. But that doesn't matter anymore, alright? Because... Hey, look! Here comes the warning. Oh, God. You better not. Alright. So, I opened up the game like last night to try to do some sound shit. Magpie has an update. Yes, I saw. I have to use Magpie to get the thumbnails for Irosekai, so that's when I updated it. Yes, I did update it. BGM should be around 35, I guess. He's like one of the louder characters, but that's fine. Okay, good. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know about this, right? Text speed. There's no example, so you know, maybe like 20 milliseconds. I think there's a glossary, it's pretty big. Is there a lot of train terms? I shouldn't be surprised, considering how, should I say, fanatic a lot of Japanese people are with trains. Right? It's a whole fucking culture there. And, I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't be a fan? Who wouldn't be with fucking, how advanced the Japanese trains are? But this isn't bullet trains, right? This is steam engine trains. Coal powered, I guess. My grandfather loved trains too. Yeah, it's not just a Japan thing, though. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people really love trains. Just as much as... the amount of people who love trains are the same amount of people who love lollies. Anything with a motor. Okay, well, that's probably because... How old is your grandfather? He passed in 2019 at 80. I see. So, what is that? 1939? 1937. Wait, but he passed at 80 in 2019. Hang on. Let me do the math here. The earliest he could, if he died at 80 in 2019, the earliest he could have been born is 1938. Wait, something doesn't add up here. Unless he died, unless he was born December of, even if he was born December 1937 and died January 2019, he'd still be 70. He'd still be 79. I don't know. There's something that's not adding up. I know he was in 1937. It's my pin for everything. I see. Well, my dad's turning 80 this year, so I hope that it doesn't happen. It was 2017. Okay, there you go. There it is. All right. either he didn't die at 80 or he didn't die in 2019. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know much about this game other than there's trains and the opening is a banger, I guess. I know it is 1937. It is my pin to get into my laptop and my card pin. I see. You know, usually most people use their own date of birth, but you figured out that if someone knows your date of birth, they'll be able to get into your laptop to find all your 3 terabytes of Loli hentai. They don't. You don't want that to happen, so you use your granddad's. Thank God he isn't alive to know that to know that fact. Yeah. Anyway, I'm stalling too long. Hello. We are playing a new game called Maitetsu. I don't know much about this game other than there's trains and the main girl is tiny. I've seen the broom CG a lot of times, and if you don't know the broom CG, don't worry, it's wholesome, alright? Well, he also believed that you didn't have to go to church to believe in God. I mean, yeah. Wait, hang on. He was Catholic. Okay. I don't know what that had to do with Loli, but sure. Anyway. Let's just get into it, shall we? I've been stalling for too long. Alright. Let's just go. Let's hope the audio is fine. But then again, I haven't really tested it in-game. I've only tested it through the samples. That's weird. Hang on. Okay, you can set the game as Maitetsu, right? But the full game is Maitetsu Pure Station through Steam, right? But you can't set Neko Power Volume 3 without specifically having the vol dot with the period 3. Like, you can't just put Neko Power 3. Even though both are the same, right? Yeah, that's weird. Also, interesting thing about the hang on, no, never mind. Yeah, are you using Magpie? No, I'm. What is the res? The res is 1920 by 1080. Look, the thing is, right? It's good, okay? It's fine at 1920 by 1080. The only reason I have to do it for Amazing Grace is because, you know, it's not. I can't set it at 1920 by 1080. And, you know, I don't want my model to lag the whole time I'm playing Maitetsu as well. But I guess, you know, if you're only watching on the VOD channel, you're used to it by now. When are you going to react to Shoujo Ramune on Patreon? I'll do it after Dragnar Academy. Anyway, I've been stalling for too long. Let's jump into it, alright? Yeah. Great, you can just start from any route when you reach it. Alright, I'm already seeing some issues here. Where's the options menu? There it is. Let's just, there you go. 35, I guess. Look at that. Animated sprites. You just agreed to react to a full-on hentai. Well, yeah, on Patreon. Oh, I didn't see that they had a bar at the bottom of the names with the yellow. Oh, right, you've got the glossary, don't you? Hang on, let me go back. Look. Adhesion is yellow. Oh, they've got. This is extra work. You've got yellow text inside of yellow text. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Bro just started speaking out of nowhere. I didn't know what was happening. A lot of passion went into this. Look, I already told you, there's a lot of trained people in Japan, and I wouldn't be surprised if Maitetsu's developers were one of them, or were also trained fanatics. There are quizzes to progress the story. Interesting. But, speaking of, this is the first visual novel that I've played that has the main character actually speaking. So, it'll be interesting, to say the least. There's also a connection here. You've got adhesion, spreading of sand. Look, I'll go through them another time. Let's just... Good luck, man. It'll be fine, alright?
すぐに先方のレールロードへ教官をつなぎ遅延連絡。もう一度。
Look, let's just say I'm out of my element when it comes to trains, alright?
何かあったの？報告を。
続報を速やかに送りなさい。沈黙は許しません。早く続報を。
冷静になり報告しなさい。
最大限の精度をください。滑走せぬよう補助します。
Look, I don't think you need a glossary summary for braking. I think people know what braking is. Even people who've never driven a car before know what a brake is.
制動了解。この速度から非常は無理よね。
Hey, there might be children playing this. Sure? You sure about that?
これ以上は滑走します。限界です。制動力は足りません。
これでもロック？どれだけ粘着力落ちてるのよ。
これはもう方法が。
Wait, let me catch that again. It's still locking up how much it heat. Hang on, what? Okay, yeah. Basically, they're going too fast, they're not braking fast enough.
報告なさい。何の方法？報告が1秒遅れるだけで危険が何メートル近づくか分かってるでしょうに。
状況未確定の事故報告。発砲は9642レールロード。蹄鉄貨物15両編成。全車両喪失の可能性あり。
15両全部？で詳細。
9642レールロードは鉄橋崩落と断末魔の教官で藤川橋梁が崩落したと。
Damn. Where's the glossary entry for Fuji River Bridge?
藤川？まさかそんな近すぎる。
冬季に停止の手段なし。制動力を最大限適正にとっても75秒後止まりきれずに。
お客様乗せてんのよ。無理でも止める。再減速そっち主導で。
Damn, where's Spider-Man when you need him?
再減速了解。圧強めます。
ああもうこんな時に横風まで。
Uh-oh. Okay, so here's essentially the two situations. Either they don't stop fast enough and they ride off the bridge, or they stop too hard and now they're gonna get fucking toppled over because of the wind. It doesn't help that it's raining profusely too, so there's a lot less grip on the rails.
制動続行。もう少し。もう少しだけ。
But then again, the friction will allow the water on the rail to evaporate, I guess. I'm not a physics guy. I don't know much. Poof, poof, woo. Yeah, this is how much I can contribute to the game. If the main character has a voice, I can't do much.
これ以上は空転します。限界です。制動力は足りません。
だったら他停止以外の方策を。手段は問わない。目標は転落回避。
停止以外でしたら逆に。
ああそうね。逆にこれしかないわね。
お客様ご着席大丈夫でしょうか。
車掌席車販真泉のコンビでしょ。やってるわきちんと彼女たちの仕事を。
They have a glossary entry for sales cloak too. I mean, I guess that maybe there's people who don't know that there's stores or there's things that are sold on trains, I guess. And then you've got the conductor, which is me. I'm the conductor. That's what the hat says.
そうですね。私たちも私たちの。
やってやるわよ。一世一代の仕事をね。ナムさん。
Oh my god. I expected this.
ここだ。落ちてないぞ。奇跡だな。止まってくれたというのか。いや、転覆だ。脱線転覆。
I told you.
全滅よりはよほどマシだ。
They're either gonna fall off the river or they're gonna get toppled over by the wind and derail. I have a big brain. It's not like I knew that it was gonna end up poorly.
これは先頭客車。特にひどいな。おい、探すんだ。生存者を探して救助しろ。
A voice. I hear a voice. I feel a hand. Someone is shaking me. Then I'm alive. Just my half.
いました。生存者。呼吸ありますが重傷です。
I can't believe these nameless NPCs have faces. This is a breakthrough in visual novel history. This is the biggest breakthrough in visual novel history.
子供じゃないか。おい、君。ダメです。動かさないで。頭から出血しています。
Okay, so the main character was on the train that crashed. Unlucky. Bleeding from my head. Should I do a kid voice? But then again, I don't really do kid voices when I talk when I read out the in-head voice, right? Don't. Okay. Look, just because you've heard my humor voice, okay, it'll just sound weird. Sure, whatever. Fuck you. Then I should just head to the light. But then Michiko, my sister, pushed me to safety.
止血しろ。助けるんだ。早く。もちろんです。ですが、一刻も早く病院に連れて行かないと。どう移送する？救援車は一番近くて小津だぞ。徒歩で保線基地まで戻った方がまだ早い。無理です。それではとても持たない。ならどうしろと。
No use. I have no idea what they're saying. Why do I feel so sleepy? I was just sleeping earlier.
死者にエアクラ飛ぶやつ試作機があるだろう。あれを要請しろ。
Oh lord, bad sign. Okay, they cut off the aircraft instead of aircraft. Hang on, I need to see
エ
this.
アロクラフテック社が開発した太陽光と地磁気のエネルギーを利用して動力を生み出す機関のことを一般的にはエアクラ機関と呼んでいる。で、エアクラ機関を使う乗り物全般をエアクラと呼ぶね。
This is like in-game lore now. The aircraft doesn't exist in the real world. Look, bro's lost a lot of blood. It's not surprising that he's tired again.
あの試作機か。
Fuck.
いや、だがこの風だぞ。
I didn't mute fast enough.
無人で飛ばせ。たとえ落ちても誰も死なん。放っておけばこの子は死ぬ。考える余地があるか。
It was nice ASMR. My mic was in the red. What are you talking about?
わかった。この子の命が最優先だと要請しよう。おい、君、頑張れ。試作機が来るまで死ぬんじゃないぞ。
Okay.
死なせませんよ。死なせませんとも。
This is meant to be like a serious scene, okay? You don't need to talk about my sneezing.
飛ばせ、飛ばすんだ、飛行型を。この子の命が最優先だ。何を置いても飛ばさせろ。
相鉄様、問題なく雨雲を抜けました。が、雨雲を突っ切れとのご命令は今後お控えください。ナビは相鉄様の命を最優先として判断します。
Navi? Yeah, it's Navi from fucking Ocarina of Time.
相鉄様の急ぎなので無理をしてもとのご命令と相鉄様の命を最優先することとには矛盾があります。
Look, Navi, you don't don't talk back to me. I'm the fucking pilot, alright? So the difference between a plane in the real world and an aircraft is they got a steering wheel. Like, okay.
矛盾の判断には大きな思考能力を必要とし、その負荷が相鉄様の安全を脅かすという。相鉄様、
すまない。少し寝ていた。
That's not how I sound.
これは起こしてしまいましたか。すみません。
意図的だろう。僕はうなされていたのだろうな。
意図的などとご冗談を。ナビは物です。物品です。何を意図することもございません。
You may be an inanimate object, but you have enough sass to fucking talk back to the pilot.
そうか。お前はそういうのなら、そうなのだろうな。
はい、さようです。ナビは単なるドライバーですので。
Like the thing with like planes that they don't have a steering wheel because they have their own, you know, kind of wheel because they have more than just the steering part, right? They need something to allow them to ascend and descend, which is what the it's weird seeing like a wheel that you would usually see on a car in a plane. This is the future, I guess.
訂正しておけ。お前はナビは単なるではなく最上級のドライバーだ。
This is like steampunk, right? Which is like futuristic, but also like industrial revolution aesthetic.
ご命令を了解しました。ナビは相鉄様の基準においては最上級のドライバーです。
I've been on this screen for too long that they couldn't zoom in any further.
可愛くないな。
物品ですので。
Talking with a thing, or perhaps I'm just talking to myself. Actually, should I? Hang on. Let me try to.
可愛くないな。
Why could I not? No, I can't do it. Even so, my dulling, clouding, and sinking heart had begun to rise again. That was cringe. Man, shut the fuck up. Even after waking from the dream, reality is just a continuum of it. Just like during the accident, Navi has saved me again. Excuse me? Oh, right, because he was flown to the hospital or whatever. Here in Ohitoyo. Jesus Christ. What is up with these names? This town below is what saved my life.
何年ぶりになるか。
Ohio too. Shut up.
6年4ヶ月ぶりです。相鉄様。
Is Ohitoyo. Okay. The town of Ohitoyo. Jesus, I can't say it fast because I get tongue twisted. The town of Ohitoyo below me seems like it hasn't changed since I left.
6年4ヶ月。
But there was a change occurring from within. That's what's forced me to come back.
何かが変わるには十分な時間。いや、変わらずにいるには長すぎる時間なのかもしれない。
ご命令を了解しました。同期間におけるお人よしの変化をご報告します。
My mumbling may have sounded sentimental. Navi purposely misinterprets that in response to me.
行政に関しての最大の変化は市長です。現在の市長にはヒナイ・ポーレットが就任しています。
避内というと前の市長の。
はい、ご息女です。しかし、行政手腕は遺伝しなかったとの評判です。
世評が無能と断じているのは前職か現職か。
後者のようです、相鉄様。
なるほど。それゆえお人よは衰退し、エアクラ工場の誘致話が持ち上がったわけか。
There's another glossary entry. Where was the glossary entry for mayor? What if I didn't know what a mayor was? They only have glossary entries for train shit and in-game law shit.
その詳細までは分かりかねます。
おっと。
What is a factory? The tone of voice remained the same. But it seems to me that the Navi sounded a little angry. Or perhaps it's just my imagination.
ナビ、お前もエアクラの仲間だったな。気を悪くしたか。
Oh, this is not an aircraft. This is a plane. It's a Setsuna.
まさか、ナビは物品ですので。
Aircraft, formerly known as the Aerocraft Tech Engine. It was the invention by the Aerocraft Tech Company. Okay. That changed the world. The high-efficiency motor uses terrestrial magnetism and solar... Okay, so they have a glossary entry for aircraft, but they're still going to explain it. So, like, that defeats the purpose of the glossary entry for aircraft. I guess. Maybe it's only there if you forget what aircraft was. Uses terrestrial magnetism and solar energy to power itself, rendering fossil fuel engines mostly obsolete.
怒ってないならよかったさ。
Whether for things running on land, the sea, or the skies. All vehicles that use the aircraft engine are simply called aircraft. Or it's just a quick summary. It's my brother in Christ, it's a paragraph entry. It's an entire paragraph. I did not. And the glossary goes more into detail. Yeah, I guess.
お前のように優秀なナビを敵に回したくはないからな。
敵も味方も相鉄様のご命令のままに。ナビはあくまで物品ですので。
うん。
Navi is what we call the aircraft. Did I say Kra or Kra? Both sound cringe. The aircraft navigation system. The simulated intelligence quickly developed with the aircraft and became commonplace. The sympathetic connection feature made gridlock a thing of the past. I see. Humans are cringe, indeed. That's why we have Navi, which is essentially like autopilot. Sympathetic connection. Hello?
共感はレールロード同士が相互に働かせることができる情報、感覚、感情までをもある程度伝えることを可能とする
Yeah,
通
that's
信
what...
方法でございます。共感はとっても便
Oh
利です
shit,
が
there's more.
距離があまり
Okay, stop that. So, this
お
is
前
what...
たちは確かに便利な物品だよ。ナビとエアクラなしでは移動一つさえ大騒動だ。
God damn it. This is what she used in the last scene to figure out that the bridge was broken. Okay, so they've got aircraft, which is like the engine, but then you've got aircraft, which is what he's using. Osu has a Hachiroku skin. I'm not surprised. This game is... Look, this game is popular enough to have 22 followers on Twitch. The poor screamers are naked. Okay. Yeah.
その便利な物品を作る工場を相鉄様はお人よに誘致してほしくはないとおっしゃっています。
Ohitoyo. Okay. I've got it down. I just need to warm up my tongue. Never mind. Fact checking. That's what this interrogation is veiled as. This Navi appears to be much more human than the others that are sold.
英語だがな。この光景を目にしてしまえば。
Sensing my intention, Navi tilts the vehicle. A sight quickly finds what I was looking for. The belt of light that flows beneath. The glitter of the sunlight reflects on the symbol of Ohitoyo, the Kuma River.
お人よ以外に作ってほしいと思わずにはいられんのだ。ここは僕のもう一つの故郷なのだから。
Don't crash into the mayor's house. Look, it wouldn't be my fault, alright? It'd be Navi's fault.
承知しています。まもなく目的地の右対地酒造元です。上空を一度通過しますか？
そうだな。着水前に一度上から見ておこう。
ご命令を了解しました。
Vehicle becomes upright again, but there is no change in path. It seems that my order was already forecasted in the beginning.
目的地上空です。
言われずともだ。
There's no way I would mistake that. The old roof tiles, the multiple tanks that line the garden. It may not be the house I was born in, but it certainly is where I grew up. This is the #1 Migata brewery. Hey, I know a thing or two about beer though.
高度を下げた方がよろしいでしょうか。
Consider my dad runs a homebrew shop. He doesn't run a brewery though.
いや、仕事の邪魔になっては。およ。
I see a shadow, the size of a dot far below. It's moving wildly. It starts to hop around, and suddenly it darts into the brewery.
響きか。相変わらずの様子だな。少しは大人になったかと想像していたのだが。
明確な変化が見られます。以前の響様にはない行動です。
なあ。なるほど。確かに。
Under One Wing is about trains, and Maitetsu is about trains. Yeah, and then there's another one that's about rockets. Hibiki in the past wouldn't even have gone into the brewery to report planes. Yes, I meant planes. I know I mixed them up, alright? Freudian slip. She would have just blindly run after the aircraft. if she were in a bad mood, she may have flat out ignored it.
ならば実地で確かめるとしよう。ナビ、最適地点に着水してくれ。
That's not dementia. That's 40. It's. I read your the whole sentence, okay, and then I said, "Shut up." I was reading ahead too fast. All right.
ご命令を了解しました。着水地点をサーチします。
This former prototype aircraft quietly descends. Despite being the product of technology from over a decade ago, it shows no sign of slowing down.
あと120秒で着水します。着水後は中期モードに移行してよろしいですか？
I don't think you need a glossary entry for parking, alright? Okay, actually, what is park mode? It is one sentence.
うん、頼む。
ご命令を了解しました。着水後、中期モードに移行します。
Actually, what is park mode?
中期とは、機体を任意の一定の場所に留めておくことです。
Ah, thanks. I never would have known. I wouldn't have figured that out. The Kuma River draws closer. What appeared to be blue from above now looks a deep emerald. After we set down in the water, I can walk on the wing to reach the shore. I'll be back in Ohitoyo. Ah, so interesting.
着水します。相鉄様。
Silence. A long silence expected up from the Navi.
どうしたナビ？
お疲れ様でした。と、言ってらっしゃいませ。どちらが適正なご挨拶でしょうか。
ああ。
When someone returns home, the navigation system says welcome back. When someone gets to their destination, it says farewell. That's Navi's default greeting.
お前に任せる。どちらでもそう大差はないさ。
ご命令を了解しました。それでは、相鉄様。
And we land. The watery splashes are drowned out by the flow of the river.
どうぞ、お気をつけて行ってらっしゃいませ。
My face when a navigation system has more personality than the main character. A thick, low table made from a single piece. Despite its large size, there's not a scratch on the thing. Thick. It is very thick. Look at... hang on. Look at how thick that table is. I almost felt overwhelmed at how perfect it is. It reminds me that I have indeed returned to the Migita household. To my right, Hibiki's glancing at me back and Jesus Christ, back and forth. What the fuck? Look, alright. Never mind. It's like when we first met. She acted the exact same way then. The exact same way then. When I was first brought into this house. As she is now.
この家は変わらないな。何もかもが懐かしい。
そうですか。兄さん懐かしいですか。
Hibiki's expression lights up and raises her voice full of glee.
うん、懐かしい。ここまで何も変わらないとは夢にも思っていなかった。
This is an interesting thing, right? Maitetsu is at the exact same volume as like Navi and Hibiki, right? But both of them sound louder than him. Are you actually okay? I don't know. Maybe I'm still sick.
む
She scowls all of a sudden. Her tone of voice lowers too.
私もですか。変わらない。兄さんがテートへ旅立っていったあの時と。
You are sick in the head, you mean? Says the guy who exclusively likes lollies? Yeah. But I need to go. I need to look this up. Alright. Fucking Hibiki, I've heard your voice before. I've heard your voice. Alright, hang on. It would be weirder to jack off to something I don't like. What do you mean? Voiced by Mari. Omanaga Maki. Should be Chocola. I fucking knew it. I'm not that much of a masochist. Well, if you were a masochist, you'd be into it. I knew she sounded familiar. I just she also voiced the character in Euphoria. Unfortunate. Also, another weird thing. The category is Maitetsu Pure Station, right? It's just it's specifically, which is the console version of the game, right? Because on Steam, it's the Switch version. Yeah, it's also the PS4 version, right? But the Steam version's still the all ages one, right? There's a lot of versions. Let's just say this Maitetsu Pure Station is 15 plus versions of the game, whereas Maitetsu is listed as an all ages version of the game. Alright, it's weird. But yeah. I guess they listed it as Maitetsu Pure Station because it's the latest version of the game, but I mean, yeah, it came out 2020. So I guess maybe there's some new things in the Pure Station version. Favorite based on looks. You can't say favorite based on looks when we've only seen like a bit of main girl and the little sister. Look at the guide. I'll look at the guide. Fine. Alright. Hang on, let me do this. And pick your favorite. Okay. Hachiroku. There you go. Fucking Migita. I don't know what you expected. The MILF is obviously gonna be my favorite based on looks. Okay, dude. What do you expect? You've seen my taste. You've seen who I gravitate towards at the... I thought we were twin flames. Fine. I said Migita. Alright. That's the last names. So, it's technically both of them. So, you know, Hibiki and Makura. Anyway.
なあ、いや、変わったな。響きは確かに大きく変わった。
Reina or Hachiroku? Hachiroku. We pointed it out too. Hibiki's growth is remarkable. Once I admit that to her, her scowl softens up.
どの辺が変わって見えます？兄さんの目には。
I just can't get chocolate. How have I played 3 fucking visual levels that have chocolate as the voice actor, as a voice actress? I mean, it's not fair that I'm counting volume 1, 2, and 3 as 3 games, but still. Also, I meant 4. Never mind.
何より口調だ。綺麗な標準語で話している。
そこですか。
気づくなという方が無理な変化だ。僕が出た時はコテコテの熊本弁を使っていたのに。
He looks at me, mad and disgusted. The expression stuck on Hibiki's face slowly fades.
それは私だってデートに出ていくつもりですから、きちんとした先生について練習を重ねたんです。
お、響もテートにか。帝大にでも進むつもりか？
私が兄さんの後輩ですか。そうできたら素敵ですけど、今の成績ではとても無理です。
Nagi or Reina? Hang on, let me go back. Reina. Like, I don't know these characters. Why are you telling me to prefer which one based off looks, man? Nagi or Fumaki? I don't care. Both. Bro, if it wasn't for the guy, I'd be like, who are these characters?
ならば成績を上げればいい。
I think that's the first time I've seen Hibiki smile today. A true smile, I mean. One with no other emotion mixed in.
その笑顔は変わっていないな。いいことだ。
少しも変わってらっしゃらないのは兄さんですよ。できないことはできるまでやればいい。
Maitetsu or the granddad? Alright, you're getting out of hand. Hibiki's still smiling. She giggles happily.
全く変わっていないとは夢にも思いませんでした。お勉強にお仕事にさぞご苦労をされたでしょうに。
変わらんか、僕は。
細かなところはまだわかりません。けれど、兄さんの一番兄さんらしいところは同じです。
A real girl or the MILF? The MILF. What do you mean? What do you mean by a real girl?
自分のことはよくわからんが。響が言うならそうなのかもしれん。
Suddenly turns bright red. Hibiki has always had such a wealth of expressions, even going all the way back to when we were super young.
私が言うならそら確かばい。ひーちゃんは昔からそうちゃんの言葉よう見ゆうけんね。
Speaking of the MILF, I've also heard your voice before. Hang on a minute. Here is your favorite? Okay. She sounds like it too. Mizusawa K. Alright. Where have I heard you from? If I've actually heard you from somewhere. Only Chi-Chi? Hang on a minute. Uh... Yeah. I'm not I'm not recognizing any of the characters that she has played. So she just sounds like every other MILF character. So yeah. Nene is still Nene. I see. There's the dialect I thought Hibiki had lost. The sliding door had opened without a sound. Makara is standing there, holding a tray with some barley tea.
そうちゃん、おかえり。ちーっと見ん間によっか男になったね。
Makara's smile is a slow and gentle one. I'm reminded of the Kuma River. I'm reminded of the Kuma River I saw from above before. What? I've never seen a smile be compared to a river. Ample and beautiful, but once mad, fiercer than anything in the world.
でしたら光栄です。養子とはいえ、僕も右田の人間として。
It's Cowdy from in Riddle Joker. Oh god. Oh no. Hang on. Yes, voiced characters 775. What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, it was at the bottom of the list too. Yeah, you have to scroll all the way down because Riddle Joker is one of the more, well, I wouldn't say recent, but Riddle Joker, Kakimoto Kaori. Oh god. She's a villain as well. I mean, what? I didn't just spoil Riddle Joker.
他人行儀は好かんよ。右田の人間言うなら、当時の言う言葉は聞かんと。
はい。いや。うん。
Damn, even the main character has animations. I respond with an okay, which I only do when I come back home. Cheers, Ayaka and Master Magistrate. Well, you know, I'm gonna have to finish Maitetsu before I get into the Master Magistrate. Especially since Amazing Grace is probably gonna be longer than. Actually, how long is not Master Magistrate? Amazing Grace again? Amazing Grace is 26 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna finish Amazing Grace before Maitetsu, considering that Maitetsu has 38 hours. So yeah. The short sound seems to have brought back memories of the words we exchanged here years ago.
ただいま、枕ね。ただいま、響。
おかえり。おかえり、
It is so bizarre hearing Chocola's voice and not being able to pet. She hands me a glass after taking a drink. The distant memories of summer come back to me. That's right. It was always like this. When I got back home, she always welcomed me with ice water. Crunch, crunch. He's eating the ice. You've been defiled by Negopara, literally and figuratively. What do you mean? Head patting is not defile. Just because you can touch other places with the feature doesn't mean that I was thinking of doing that with Hibiki.
また氷食べよ兄さん、また氷なんてお食べになって。
Yes, you were. Do not lie. You're projecting.
美味しかもんね。うちんくらの水は全部球磨川の一等よかもんやけ。
No, it's because the ice is crunchy, and crunchy feeling makes it taste better.
Hmm.
It was only after I was adopted by this family in Ohitoyo that I found this out. How the water and the ice could actually taste so good. Then, protecting this water is a duty I must fulfill.
それで枕ね。
And in that case, I have to fulfill that duty as soon as possible. I can enjoy reminiscing at some point later.
お人よにエアクラ工場を誘致するという話。今、どの程度のものになってる？
なんね、そうちゃん。夏休みで帰ってきたんじゃなかと？
うん。大学は休学してきた。
休
A surprised look washes over Hibiki's face.
勉学よりもこの件の方がはるかに大事と思ったからな。
You're taken by the MILF, I can tell. Indeed I am. I told you, alright? Granted, there are a lot of things that happened revolving around my taking a leave of absence. Look, it's not my fault that they gave her the MILF voice, alright? They gave her prime Ara voice. Don't you dare. My foster father did give me some conditions to follow. I'll find the right time to talk about that later. Are you talking to me? Or... do they not know about the conditions? There is at least one more MILF, I think. Yeah, I guess.
そういったら兄に、ということは、兄さんも工場誘致を推進に？
That was a lot of animation right there. Hang on, let me see if...
そういったら兄に。
Damn, it's just like in Nekopara. They don't play the animations again if you replay the voice.
なあ。ん？いや。
Did I hear that right? I didn't quite understand what was being asked and agreed to it without thinking.
響は今なんと？
ですから、兄さんも工場誘致を推進しに戻ってきてくださったのかと。
推進？
I didn't hear her wrong, but unable to believe that. I turn to look at Makura. She smiles and gives a small shrug.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can do his voice when he does that. Ah, I see. I see what's going on now. Hibiki's the one who's for the factory being built here.
推進などと、どこでどうそのような考えを吹き込まれたんだ？
She looks surprised again. Hibiki's cheeks gradually turn bright red.
吹き込まれたなんていう言い方はやめてください。
そうか、すまん。では言い直そう。誘致の推進という考えに、響はなぜ思い至った？
それは。
Closes her mouth. Hibiki glances to her sides. To her sides? Keeping her eyes away from mine, she speaks with conviction in her voice.
お人よの衰退を考えれば当然の結論だというだけです。エアクラの工場誘致は 安定的な発展をもたらします。
確かにそれは一面の真実だ。だがエアクラ工場誘致が呼び込むものは他にもある。
True. I look at Hibiki, then turn to Makoto. A silent yet powerful nod.
水質汚染、そのことを響は。
知っています。もちろん。
She raises her voice. Hibiki's eyes first home in on Makoto.
姉さんも兄さんと同じことを言っていましたから。
He calls her Ne-san instead of Ne on purpose. A sisterly quarrel, you could say.
ですが、汚染などという言葉は大げさです。排水は国の環境基準内に余裕を持って収まるよう処理されます。
Yeah, that's what they all say, though. Hibiki's very emotional. I choose my words carefully so as not to accidentally set her off.
それは確かに。が、国の基準はいわば最大公約数。地方地方の特色までを考慮してあるものとは言えない。
Hibiki bites her lip. She looks downward, mortified before looking back up at me.
ニーニーまでねーねーと同じことを。
うん。やはりか。
やはりってなんねとギャン意味で。
Clap. Hibiki, full of passion, jumps to her feet, but the clapping sound deflates the entire situation. It's Makoto. She claps her hands softly and looks a little troubled.
いけん。蔵の仕事の途中やったけん。そうちゃん、ひーちゃんと仲ようね。
What do you mean by that?
いややけん、ニーニーと仲ようなんて。
そうなのか。
She looks at a loss for words suddenly. Her expression says it all. First, her face was red, but now it's totally pale.
いや言うたんはそのですね、そういう意味ではなくて。
なくて。
嫌というほど嫌じゃないっていうか、仲良くしたくないことはないんですけど、
I want to see who else Chocola's VA plays. Hang on, I need... fucking... Hibiki... Because I only looked at, like, anime roles. So... Visual novel. Voiced characters 526. What the fuck? Hang on, let's go all the way down. I'm not surprised that I don't recognize any of these except Nekopara and Maitetsu. Guru Inu. Okay. Well... yeah, never mind.
I'm
so bad with riddles. But if Hibiki says this out of desperation, it's my duty to figure out what she means. She's been soon. Not that hard.
嫌だけど嫌じゃ。もしかしてそれはあれか。俗に言う嫌よ嫌よも。
スタン、ニーニーのアホー。
Goodbye.
おっと。
At the seat cushion, she yells at me. Hibiki runs out of the living room and locks herself in her room upstairs.
残念。間違えたか。
残念なんは確かばい。間違うとらんけど、間違うとるけんね。
枕ネーまで謎かけか。
I give up. Clearly he doesn't know what a tsundere is. Before I can even begin to think of the answer, I've already held up my hands in defeat.
今度は一体どういう意味？
When I try to open my mouth, Makoto puts her index finger to her lips.
言えんね、そうちゃん。言うたらうちがひーちゃんに一生恨まれったい。
一生。それはたまらんな。ならば聞くまい。自分でおいおい考えてみよう。
そうね。それがよかったい。
She smiles and sees me off. Makoto then lets out an exhausted sigh.
けど、こうなると困ってしまうね。そうちゃんにはひーちゃんの部屋にひとまず落ち着いてもらおうと。無理ばい無理そぎゃんかこつ無理ったい。ニーニーと同じ部屋なんてどぎゃんしても暮らせんけん。
See, here's the thing, right? Hibiki sounds so much louder, even though that is the exact same volume as Sotetsu. Right?
言うても昔は一緒の部屋で暮らしておったでしょう。昔は昔、今は今。そぎゃんこつ言うまでもなかろうもん。
10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. After confirming that there's nothing more to say, Makoto slowly turns to me.
言うことらしか。どぎゃんすっとね、そうちゃん。
どうもこうも。
If Hibiki says she doesn't want to, then that's pretty much final. Besides, I don't want to force her to do anything. The answer was decided from the start.
僕の部屋など、物置でも押し入れでも構わない。なあ、酒の倉庫は、できれば勘弁してほしいが。
デートでもお酒強うならんかったと？
飲まされはしたが、一向に。どうやら、下戸は体質らしい。
なんね、つまらん。ほんなら、酒蔵周りはよしとかんとね。
Makoto mumbles to herself before folding down her slender fingers one by one. What is... Okay, as she does, she claps, seemingly realizing something. And for the second time, the sound of her hands smacking together changes the vibe of the room.
じいさまの部屋がよかったい。
タイトさんの？
My foster grandfather, Taito, was the one who welcomed me into this home. I'm indebted to him for giving me a reason to live. So being invited to stay in his room catches me by surprise. Makoto interprets my reaction as one of being apologetic.
開かずの部屋になっとるけん。空気は悪かろうもんけど、本当の物置よりはましてや。
タイトさんの部屋なら光栄だ。よければ案内してほしい。
そうね。そんなら。
Migita family come from a long line of brewers of the Kuma Shochu. Where's the glossary entry for Kuma Shochu? Everything about his manor and garden is old and spacious. Despite having been adopted for years, there are many rooms I've never set foot in. It's the room past Makoto's, the room farthest down the hall. We turn the corner at the long hallway. The door unlocks with a heavy click. Makoto opens the wooden sliding door effortlessly. Holy.
これは。
This is like an actual image. This looks like an actual picture taken by the devs. it's hot and humid, unfortunately, so... And it's also filled with things. With things.
なんで物置と変わらんばい。じいさまは整理整頓せえ人やったとやね。
いや、
The things are all stacked high, but this is nothing like storage. The stacked things inside this room seem to have a common theme to them. All this junk wouldn't have a theme if it all was just bits and pieces of various people's things.
時間をかけて整頓すればかなり面白くなりそうだ。とはいえ、ひとまずは荷物を下ろす場所を作らねばな。
確かに。声じゃ窓も開けれんね。あ、エアコンば手配せんとね。
いや、
そうちゃんのためだけじゃなかとよ。缶部屋ば整えば他にも使いようはあるけん。
うん。
I would be dead if there was no air conditioner. She was thinking ahead of me there. Which is expected, given that she's the current head of the Migita family, the chief brewer of Migita of Kuma.
ならば、その時のため、今は汗をかくとしよ
Let me take stuff out of after the hallway first. I'm going to start working toward a defined goal. Makoto exclaims with a tinge of cheerfulness.
そうちゃん、片付けの手が足りんと？
う。いや、一人でも夜。明日の朝までには何とかできるようには思う。
ほうたら手伝いはいらんと？
いらんとまでは。いてくれれば助かることは間違いない。
Why didn't you just say that in the first place? A playful smile flashes across her face. Makoto speaks loudly to make her voice heard.
そうちゃんは片付けの手伝いを探しとるんね。誰かおるかね。そうちゃんの荷ほどき手伝って。
Trot, trot, trot. A light thumping noise begins building. It's so light, in fact, that I don't even realize what it is at first. But now it's clear. That's the sound of someone coming down the stairs.
にいにい、手伝ってほしかと？
うん。
I do want to need help, yes. But mostly, I don't want to keep things awkward between Hibiki and me.
手伝ってもらえれば助かる。
If I talk to her from a place of complete honesty, the words I say may bring up old memories again.
昔から響はこうしたセンスに優れているからな。居心地よい部屋に整え直してくれれば嬉しい。
Her smile lights up the room. She stands proudly.
任せんしゃ。兄さん、私にお任せください。
She clears her throat conservatively. Hibiki was slouching, but she's corrected her posture now.
私もいろいろあれから成長したんですから。兄さんのお部屋、素敵に仕上げてみせます。ほんならね、うちは醸造蔵に戻るけん。
I have a glossary entry for brewery. What is a brewery? No way! I never would have guessed. In other words, the storehouse that fit.
醸造蔵は焼酎の醸造をする。つまり酒米を。
I never would have guessed. Thanks for the hydrate. And the stretch. A minute. I specifically made sure that the hat would be above. I made sure that the blankie was meant to be behind the hat, but yeah. Even Alright, anyway. Makoto waves her hand, then claps before turning to us one more time.
小さまの部屋は二間続きになっとるけんね。どっちもそうちゃんの好きに使うてもろうてよかった。
There are books in front of me. Mountains and mountains of books, actually. All of which would have to be cleaned up before I could give myself a little walking around space.
次はこれだな。響、すまんが廊下に頼む。
はい。本当に重いですね。
頑張れ頑張れ。成長したところ見せてくれるんだろ。
それはもう体力的にもさすがに成長してますけど。
She mumbles something about wanting to show off how much she's grown up. Though, to be honest, no matter how hard she tries, she's still the same after all these years. Still, she tirelessly works, moving one thing after another. She takes the cardboard boxes I hand her and neatly stacks them up in the hallway.
よし、これで。どうやら畳が見えるようになったな。
ですね。なら次はこの飾りダンス。それから押し入れです。開けて不要品をどかせば本をしまえるようになります。
よし。ならばまずは。何して
るんですか、兄さん
Dust attack. A dust cloud envelops us. Though calling it a dust cloud may actually be an understatement here. The dust must have hardened over time and created something of a surface. That surface then flowed over the display cupboard and swallowed Hibiki and me whole. The dust storm.
これはたまらん。
God, just hearing them talk about dust is flaring up my sinuses. The dust ball. I can't open my eyes, but I certainly sense her presence. Hibiki's fidgeting about, but I can tell she's starting to move wildly to get some air circulation in here. What the fuck?
Hibiki!
Oh! Beautiful is the only word that I can think to use to describe what I'm seeing. Alright, let's hope that, you know, I've seen what the all ages version of this scene looks like, and I've also seen what the not all ages version of this scene looks like, which I saw in a Twitch clip. So let's hope that I'm not the second person to get clipped.
No.
A shaking voice on the verge of tears. I managed to remember what I was supposed to be doing.
Hibiki, 無事か? 怪我はないか?
I grab her arms with both of my hands and look at her. It doesn't seem like she's hurt herself. Hello, Meow. And have a chill stream, stranger, as I continue to suffer. I mean, jog. Oh, good luck.
なら何よりだ。
We're playing a train visual novel about trains. Don't worry about what's on the screen right now. It's about trains. Now that I know she's fine, my focus turns to something else. I let go of Hibiki and pick up the broom and dustpan.
響は少し離れていろ。なに、割れ物の処理になら慣れている。
Dexter, this is why people aren't watching the stream.
そうなんですか。兄さん、割っちゃダメじゃないですか。
Maybe I'm not being clear enough. She thinks all I do is make one mistake after the next. At my alcohol... Wait, she thinks all I do is make one mistake after the next at my alcohol wholesaler job. What?
いや、僕ではない。無論父でも。仕事ではなく、大学で、な。
帝大で？
粗骨者の友人がいるのだ。粗骨ですぐに物を壊すが、驚くほどに賢い男だ。
それはそうなのでは。その方もつまり帝大生なんですよね。
勉強うんぬんという話ではない。1を聞いて100を知るというか。うん。これでどうだ？
What are they talking about? Hang on. I got distracted. Oh. Okay.
本当に手早いですね。見事です。
確かに、見事だ。
Aside from all the broken glass, there's nothing to interfere with my field of view.
まるで生きているような人形だな。精巧で、見入られそうに美しい。
兄さん、人形に興味があるんですか？
Maybe this one. maybe he's interested in this one.
昔は双子だったからな。興味もいつしか共有するようになってしまった。
And his twin's name was Dexter. What?
しかし見事だ。これほどの人形は見たことが。いや。
兄さん？
I've seen something similar in the past. Or at least, I think so. Where was that? Oh.
って何か握り込んでいるな。
本当ですね。これは鍵？
どれ？
I open up the tiny hand. Inside is something that gives off a dull golden shimmer.
確かに鍵だ。ゼンマイ鍵のようだが。
ほうたら、この子動くと？ゼンマイ人魚とや？
ならば鍵穴があるはずだ。
Thank fucking God. The moment I undress the doll, Hibiki lets out a weird scream.
そこまで驚くようなことか？ああ、確かに乳首のついた人形は珍しいかもしれんが。
What are you talking about, Sotetsu? There's no nipples.
そこではなく。
ならばこれか？こちらも変わった首飾りだが。
乳首も首飾りも同列ですか？そうではなく、部分で部分の話ではなく、すみません。
何を謝る？
人魚があまりに精巧なので、その兄さんがいかがわしい感じに少しだけ見えてしまって。
She's jealous. Never mind.
なるほど。寝入っている女性の服をはだけているならいかがわしいにも程があるが。
I keep going and remove the doll's pants. Hibiki doesn't say anything this time. The front, then the back. I scrutinize the doll, but can't find the keyhole anywhere.
人形は人形、物は物だ。どれほど人に似せていようと、人とは異なる。
Yeah, and that's why she's the main heroine. She's main girl. So, you know, clearly his opinions on dolls have changed.
はい、それは分かっているのですが。
人形に思い入れるものだな。女の子というものは。
Hey. Don't guys do too. Just different kinds of dolls. Ichiko, my sister, was the same way. Whenever I was a little rough with her dolls, she would get mad to the point of almost crying.
しかしどこにも穴がないな。いや、そうか。もしかしてこの下。
She going, she's so panicked. Even the circle is going out of control. The moment I reach for its underwear, Hibiki screams again, much louder than last time. My ears ring for a second. Hibiki grabs the doll away from me. If Hibiki insists, I'll just let her do it.
なら頼む。くれぐれも穴を見落とさんようにな。
Praising Sotetsu. Where's the glossary for hole? I start gathering the clothes I took off. In the next instant, Hibiki stops and looks at me.
何か兄さん、これじゃないですか？
懐中時計か。なるほど。でかしたぞ、響。
In the chest pocket of the doll's coat is a small pocket watch. I can insert the spring key into the hole and click.
はまるな。しかし、小さすぎて、これは壊してしまいそうで。
やけん、そぎゃこつ言わんと。
Creak, creak.
よし、回った。いける。
何がいけるのでございましょうか。
Here she is.
それでも日の本男児ですか。恥じ入りなさい。
おお、すごいな。
Who is this sassy lost child? Whoosh.
のっと、転ぶぞ。動きには気をつけろ。
あなたが平手打ちをかわさなければ。
I catch her tiny body and am extremely surprised.
響きすごいぞ。この人形、体温があるし、震えてまでいる。
その触れ、怒っとう
なんと、泣きまでするのか。
Large hot droplets fall onto my hand. The doll shakes its head wildly.
泣いてなどおりませぬ。これは単なる蒸気排水です。
Steam exhaust. Yeah, what's the glossary entry for that? Okay.
蒸気機関を動かすために用いられる水蒸気は冷えてしまえば水へと戻ります。複水器というものがついている蒸気機関車ではその水を循環させ使いますが、8620ではそのまま
I was not expecting it to go that in depth. Alright. But
泣いてなどおりませぬ。これは単なる蒸気排水です。
so that's the voice line they use.
蒸気排水。
Breaking down those words individually, maybe it means exhaust that takes the form of steam or something. But the doll's source of energy is a spring.
どういうことだ、それは。
それをお聞きしたいのはこちらです。一体これはどういうことなのですか？
Being looked at from below, I breathe in without thinking. There's no exhaust. Those are, without a doubt, tears. This doll is crying.
乙女の服を勝手に流し、人形だなんだと苦労して、おまけにその怒りまでをかわして笑い。
すまん。大きな誤解をしていた。
I bowed down apologetically, extremely apologetically.
ものにも2種類があることを僕は確かに知っている。お前にはナビと同様、本物の知性があるのだな。
そのナビ様がどこのどなたかは存じませぬが、私に知性があることは確かです。
ならばお前は意志を持ち誇りを持つものだ。そうして僕は愚かにもそれを傷つけた。
Navi would continuously deny it, but Navi has its own will and pride too. I feel that I've been saved by that. You can't deny that things could have their own will and pride just like we do.
僕は自分が間違っていたことを全面的に謝罪する。もし可能ならやり直させてほしいとも願う。
やり直す。何をでしょうか。
Maybe start by giving back all her clothes.
最初から。そうだな。お前。君の怒りを僕がかわしてしまった過ち。そこからを。
そうですか。でしたら、頬を下げてください。
うん。
I lower my head as she tells me to. Our eyes lock at close range. What's pretty isn't just its face. It is a powerful glow that only those with a will can have. If I recognized this from the beginning, I wouldn't have treated it simply as a doll. Smack. A large... Was that really a large sound? That was... very, very small. Accompanied by an equally large sting. She holds her now red hand. The thing with a will nods and giggles a little.
奇妙な方ですね、あなたは。奇妙ですが、どうやら話は通じそうです。
She clears her throat a little. Hibiki creeps closer and places her lips to the thing's ears. What?
あなた、服、整え直した方がよかばい。
Just say whisper.
さようですね。ご助言ありがとうございます。すみませんが、後ろを向いていていただけますか？
無論だ。
I hear the quick sounds of cloth rubbing against each other. I'm reminded of how Michiko always fumbles with her change of clothes. It makes me assume that she's used to wearing clothes. What? I guess she would be used to wearing clothes.
すみません。お待たせいたしました。
I mean, like, she's probably been wearing the same clothes for like 6 years. But I am curious when she was she powered down for like those 6 years, because that's when the train crash happened, right? Or something of the sort. Maybe like 10 years or something. Because like he left for like university or something for 6 years, right? I don't know.
いや、待ったというほど。おう。
And tiny. Don't forget that part.
さようでしょうね。そのように私は作られておりますから。
lip, neatly dressed, and a proper salute. I respond by imitating it, and Hibiki proceeds to imitate me.
私は蹄鉄8620系蒸気機関車トップナンバー8620号専用レールロード86と申します。
8620. They have okay, they have separate never mind. They have separate glossary entries for Imperial Railway and 8620. I thought those two were combined, right?
響き、
I understand how Hibiki feels, but there's no need to hate her by association. Even if she may be a rail lord, the one in front of me should be seen as Hachiroku and nothing else. Jesus Christ, I don't know why it took me so long to process it.
丁寧なご挨拶痛み入る。僕は相鉄。右田相鉄という学生。休学したての学生だ。
私は右田響。お人よの学園の学園生です。お人よ、右田。
She moves just like a human. Hachiroku places her short fingers to her mouth, deep in thought.
思い出しました。右田タイト様はどちらですか？
Oh, he's long dead. What?
おじい様は、
亡くなった。とうの昔に。
Yeah, he died in 2017. I mean...
そうでしたか。随分と長いこと、私は眠ってしまっていたようですね。
Huh? Hey, look, alright. No, that was personal. Well, you shared it with me, so...
86さんは
呼び捨てで結構ですよ、相鉄様。
ならばそうしよう。86はここ、右田タイトの部屋のその飾りダンスで、ガラスケースの中にしまわれていた。
ガラスケース。そうですか。
Yeah, and then Hibiki fucking smashed it open. A cold, shivering smile. Surpassing intelligence, surpassing emotions. I feel as if she's more human than any of us.
うまく思い出せませんが、私はタイト様のご期待を大きく裏切ってしまったようですね。
タイトさんの期待？
ええ。失礼ながらお伺いいたしますが、相鉄様はタイト様のご相続人でいらっしゃいますか？
I guess.
そうだい。
I wasn't quite sure how to answer that question, but Hibiki answered for me. I feel a bit happy to hear that, but in these cases, you have to be proper and accurate.
僕も相続人の端くれではある。が、一番の相続人、右田家の現当主ということであれば、枕姉だ。
枕姉様でございますか？
うん。誠なる闇と書いて、枕と読む。
素敵なお名前。長いトンネルを思わせますね。
After saying that, Hachiroku gasps, as if she realizes something. She looks at me and then at Hibiki.
いいえ、枕様はきっと枕木の枕ですね。相鉄様はその上に敷かれる相鉄、レール。
Okay, see, cross tie I need a glossary entry for.
枕木とは線路をその上に乗せる。文字通り線路の枕となる役割を果たす横木のことです。バラストの上に設置され、犬釘を打ち込むことによってレールと固定されます。枕木とバラストは列車の振動を防止してくれます。
ていうか、枕木とバラストがもしなかったら、レールは列車の重みでズブズブ地面に沈んじゃいます、きっと。
Ah, I see. And cross ties are the longitude blocks that serve as a shock absorber for the tracks. On top of the ballast, then spikes.
バラストとは砕石、砕いた石のことで、枕木の下に敷いて枕木と共に走行する列車から線路が受ける衝撃を軽減するものでございます。
逆に言えば、バラストは走行する列車にとっても振動。
Yes, okay. I get it. Kinda. See, a visual representation would have been good.
ほう。
そして響様はレールと列車との立てる響き、タイト様はお孫様たちに素敵なお名前を付けられましたね。
Did you really need a glossary entry for trains? Hang on.
列車という言葉には大きく2つの意味がございます。一つは2両以上連結されている鉄道車両群のこと。そしてもう一つはダイヤに従って線路上を走行している鉄道車両のことでございます。
例えば、
What the
キハ
fuck?
07
Hang
が
on.
他の車両を
編成とは鉄道車両を列車に仕立てることを意味する言葉でございます。6両の車両を連結させて仕立てられた列車は6両編成。1両だけで成り立つ列車の場合は1両編成といった風に呼ばれます。
ちなみに列車っていうのは、線路上をダイヤに従って走る鉄道車両のことって定義されてます。連結されてても走行してない車両たち。
Aw. See, this is why I should just hold back on the glossary entries, because now I'm just getting more confused.
そうならよかったのだが、僕は
A train is a train, alright? A train is the thing that runs along a track.
私、ねえねえ呼んでくるばい。
Hibiki runs out of to the brewery. I think she's trying to make an escape. Hibiki hates it when anyone talks about how I was adopted. I knew that, but I couldn't help but explain that to Hachiroku.
軽やかですね、響様の足音は。
Yeah, like the spring key.
だな。ああ見えて文武両道だ。その上、大層絵がうまい。
それは素敵です。
だろう？86もその美しさだ。少し慣れれば、きっと響が描きたがると思うぞ。
それはとても光栄に存じます。
はいはい、なんねなんね。
Makoto placidly walks over, and behind her is Hibiki. She's hiding behind Makoto.
あやま、この子が。はじめまして、86さん。
はじめまして、枕様。私のことはどうぞ86とお呼びください。
ほんなら、86ちゃんね。うちんことも枕でよかたい。
お気持ちだけ頂戴します、枕様。そこは人と物との分とわきまえておりますので。
おやま、これは随分と。
Makoto trails off there and looks at me.
そんで、86ちゃんは何のご用と？
はい、実は。
Hachiroku's way of speaking is decorative, but always to the point. When you hear her talk, you can understand the main points right away.
ほんなら、86ちゃんは身の振り方をうちに決めてほしかと？
はい。私はタイト様に買い取られたものですので、筆頭相続人たる枕様が今のオーナーであるかと。
そら、ちごとるね、86ちゃん。
Hachiroku blinks in confusion.
何がでございますか？
じいさまの部屋とその所有物は全部そうちゃんが相続人たい。じゃっけん86ちゃんのオーナーは。
Of course, Sotetsu is the current owner is Hachiroku's owner.
了解しました。相鉄様が私の現オーナーなのですね。
そうらしいな。
That's Makuda's decision. Then I have no right to object. Any order or duty she gives me, I have to do everything I can to fulfill it.
身の処し方と言っていたが、86に何か希望はあるのか？
希望ですか？私の。
他の者の希望を聞いても仕方あるまい。知性があるなら、無論希望も湧くだろう。
それは。
She's hesitant. That's what it seems.
少しばらくお待ちください。そのようなこと初めて問われましたので。
She slouches, and there is dead silence. She soon raises her face and begins to open her lips.
あら？ねえねえ、あらとか言うたらかわいそうばい。
Hachiroku looks down and turns bright red.
ゼンマイでは足りんのか？
はい。
After asking her directly, she turns to me with a look of relief in her eyes.
あれは単なる非常動力ですので。
非常ではない動力源は？
I was gonna say something, but that's too hentai for.
蒸気です。ですから水と石炭をもしいただければ。
そうか、水なら。
にいに、私行くけん。
She tries to make up for causing the embarrassing scene. Hibiki expresses her feelings with actions as she runs off, only to return a short while later.
これ、お酒作りに使う上等な水たい。澄み切っていますね。頂戴します。
Hachiroku holds the tiny cup with both hands and starts gulping down the water. So then what's she gonna do with the coal? She's gonna eat it? Cup is emptied instantly. Makoda squints.
よっか飲みっぷりたい。今度飲み暮らせん？
I don't think she needs to swallow. Right? Bad choice of words. Never mind.
真水でよければ喜んで。アルコールは異常燃焼の原因となってしまいますので。
Well, alcohol is flammable, so.
真水ば、うちがよう飲まん。
A cheerful smile. She wipes the spot that touched her lips with a handkerchief. Then, before returning the cup to Hibiki.
大変に上等なお水でした。お酒作りとおっしゃってましたが。
Hibiki diverts her eyes away. The water in the cup is used to brew kuma shochu. If you want to talk about the source of the Kuma River, it'll simply remind her of the exchange earlier.
水が満ちたなら次は石炭だな。枕ね、この家に石炭は？
うちにも石炭ボイラーがあるにはあるばって、もう長いことつことらんけんね。
I don't know, Minecraft's taught me that charcoal is a good substitute.
ならば、近所に石炭を売っている店などは？
ないと思います、兄さん。ですが、ひょっとすると術戦堂に。
なるほど。あそこは廃炭鉱だったな。と。
After trying to casually grab at Hachiroku, I suddenly remembered my mistake from earlier. The intelligent being said she was a maiden. Then I should make sure I treat her accordingly.
そこへ案内したいのだが、86、僕はどのように君をエスコートすればいいか。
Carry her. Like a child.
いえ、そこまでのことをしていただくわけには。
行くさ。僕は君のオーナーとなったのだからな。君を大切に扱う義務がある。
さようでございますか。
Hachiroku casually brushes her hair.
それではお伺いいたしますが、相鉄様の利き腕は？
右だ。
でしたら、左手を私の椅子にしていただいてよろしいですか？
I was joking.
なるほど。こうか。
はい、上等です。
I bend my left arm and take a lower stance in order to have Hachiroku sit on my arm. She's much heavier than she looks. I see. I'm convinced that she's a steam engine.
ならば行こう。
I stand up and Hachiroku naturally leans on me. If I disperse her weight evenly across my arm and my chest, then she isn't all that heavy actually.
枕ね、響。片付けの途中にすまんが、ちょっと行ってくる。
It's getting a bit crunchy there. So like, you're gonna get a CG of Sotetsu carrying Hachiroku. Eventually, I think. Well, it was a CG that I saw.
はい、いってらっしゃい。
兄さん、そんな簡単に行くと言っても。
I'll miss you, Makuda. I mean...
何？実際に簡単だ。僕のエアクラは優秀だからな。
じゃけん、そんエアクラが。
エアクラ
Hachiroku yells from right near my head, no less. She starts to fidget about.
どうした、86？
エアクラになぞ乗りません。エアクラは、あれは私たちの恩敵です。
Actually, that is true. Because of aircraft, there isn't a use for rail lords anymore, right? Even because aircraft are in trains as well, even though it's called an aircraft. Oh shit. We got the next scene. This is like the first.
私、このような景色は初めてです。街がまるで積み木で作られているように見えます。
I didn't mention it before, but this is like the first time where a visual novel has like this bar at the bottom of the thing, the text box that just shows the length of the scene. I'll be smart. I know how it knows how to read the situation. That's why it stays silent while being protected by the silence. Hachiroku happily looks below.
あの見事なお屋根は何でしょう？
赤い阿蘇神社だな。屋根だけでなく、佇まい全般が美しい場所だ。
あの森は一つだけ随分と小高いところにありますが。
お人よ城址。あそこからもお人よの街並みを見下ろせる。無論、ここからほどに広くは無理だが。
さようですね。ここはお空の上ですものね。
If Navi had a human body, she would have been a heroine. Okay. I guess, yeah. Hachiroku reaches out with both her short arms. she pretends to use them as wings to fly even higher. Look, all I'm saying is that this seems very dangerous, right? There's just no covering over the like, how do I say, where they're sitting.
飛行機には初めて乗りましたが、良いものです。きっと鉄道の次に素敵な乗り物でしょうね、これは。
There is an invisible barrier. Well, how big is the barrier? Because Hachiroku's hand is past where you'd think. I was joking. Right, yeah. Look, the logistics here, there's a reason there's a covering, alright? It's not just because of the birds. It's a visual novel. Well, that could fall out. Still.
鉄道は最高順位ということか。
はい、もちろん。私はレールロードですから。
Obvious smart. Okay, well. Sure.
レールロードか。確か鉄道車両それぞれに1体ずつついているものでよかったか。
Look, all I'm saying is that it doesn't matter how smart Navi is, you'd be freezing to death. Alright? It would be fucking freezing cold up there. I throw out the seemingly simple question. Hachiroku gives a proud smirk.
客車にはついていません。機関車、機動車などの動力車、自ら動く車両をまず私たちは制御します。
There has to be heat somewhere. Yeah, but then the only heat would be like the seat. Right?
制御。それは運転制御ということか。
それももちろん、駆動車両及び列車の制御はレールロードと機関士、運転士との共同で行います。
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that was the first scene of the game. The person who actually drives the locomotive is the engineer. He tells me that the person who controls any other driver car is considered the driver. I previously saw this as one large category of railways. It seems that detail is more complicated than I thought. The details.
まずであり、それもであるなら、レールロードはさらに後半に鉄道を制御するものか。
はい、その通りです、相鉄様。私たちはダイアグラムを提案し、運転計画をも制御します。
There's the diagram.
レールロード同士は共感により、単一の路線上でも複数の路線間ででも最も効率の良い列車の運行を状況変化に対応しつつ、
Oh shit, this is a long
行
one.
うことが可能です。
でも鉄道会社の経営とかお客さんの利便性とかも考えないと使ってもらいやすい路線にはならないです。だからそういうのも全部考えてみんなで相談して作るのがダイアグラム、列車の運行計画ですよ。
平常時はそうした通常ダイヤに従って列車を運行させますが、観光が盛んになるシーズンや事故発生時などには変化に対応するための臨時ダイヤが組まれます。
Yeah, I get it. Taking the side of the words, I don't know the definitions to let me summarize what I do understand. No, don't worry, I've got the definitions.
私たちと繰り返しているが。
レールロードは言うなれば全て姉妹。その全てが相互に共感通信を行うことができます。
Sympathetic communication is something that aircraft navigation systems like Navi also have. It's considered one of the most important features of it to have, for it to have. Yeah, so Aircraft is essentially just an evolution of Rail Lords, but not as cute.
その個体が得た様々な情報をリアルタイムに共有し、集合最適処理する仕組み。でよかったか。
お詳しいのですね、相鉄様。そのご解釈はほぼ実際と合致しております。
Hachiroku seems happy. Of course, it makes it even harder than of course it makes it even harder than for me to say that I actually just learned that from Navi.
ですので私たちは運転支障発生時でも臨時ダイヤを極めて短時間で作成提案可能となります。
支障を回復するための最善策を短期間に取り得るということか。
はい、さようです。
That means Hachiroku and other Rail Lords' sympathetic connection has the same root functionality as aircraft navigation systems like Navi. Well, yeah, they probably just evolved the sympathetic connection from Rail Lords and applied it to aircraft. That's probably the biggest reason engine-based ground automobiles are all but non-existent these days, and have essentially been replaced by their aircraft counterparts. Wait, are there no ground automobiles, or is it just engine-based? What does that mean? Because aircraft is an engine, right? Just, well, it's something else, but sympathetic connection can obtain accident information and share detour routes, and also provide the autopilot feature via Navi. This has eradicated the phenomenon of traffic jams. Now car travel works on completely fixed time.
共感通信とは便利なものだな。
After saying that, Hachiroku nods proudly.
はい。ですので私たちレールロードは運行とダイヤのすべてを把握し制御できたのです。
故にロードか支配者か。
いいえ、相鉄様。レールも車両もレールロードもすべてを支配するものでしたら、それは相鉄様たち人間です。
She states it so matter-of-factly, words uttered in complete calm. Hachiroku's tiny hands have unusually long fingers. He waves a digit in the air to write out the word road.
私たちの把握と制御はその道筋をつけるため、私たちは線路と同じレールロードに過ぎません。
なるほどな。
Her unwavering pride fills her words. No matter how traffic changes in the modern day, railways will always be considered the best to Hachiroku.
そこまで86が誇るものなら、お前の制御する駆動車両か。それに僕も乗りたいものだ。
それはいつかいつかきっと叶うものなら。
She suddenly becomes less articulate. I wait for a while, but the silence lingers, becoming almost deafening. I should say something. I think again on the doubt that I had in the back of my mind moments ago.
鉄道用語なのだろうが、ダイヤグラムだの、臨時ダイヤだのとはなんだ。
A sigh of relief. Hachiroku speaks up with flowing eloquence once more.
列車の運行計画のことです。適正なダイヤグラムは事故を防止し、運転効率を向上させます。
事故の防止か。
Well, yeah. You don't want two trains colliding with each other, do you? Something about that bothers me. My past self would have cried out, asking why accidents, such as mine, were allowed to happen in the first place. And even though I know it was meaningless, I still have to ask the question.
では、事故を起こす列車はレールロードに制御されていないものなのか?
Damn.
いえ、
Hachiroku's expression distorts in pain. The frequency of her voice noticeably drops.
例えば線路にされた置き石を私たちは画像センサー、いわば目視でしか発見できません。
目視でしか? それでは人間と
大差ありませんので、置き石に気づいた時にはもうブレーキが間に合わないことがほとんどです。
なるほど。線路に起きた障害に対しては都度での対処しかできないというわけか。
その通りです、相鉄様。
Rail laws are not all powerful. Granted, neither are the sympathetic connection system or the aircraft navigation systems. Which is why, no matter how much technology has developed, accidents still occur. Granted, the true cause of accidents is not technology. I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's not the rail lord's fault that the trains go too fast, alright? For them to not be able to stop in time. If this game was a Nukige, there would have been an hate scene immediately with Hibiki and Hachiroku. What?
そうした事態を防止するため、保線係という職員たちが線路の管理をしていましたが。
She sounds as if she's forcing herself to speak.
蹄鉄末期には保線係の不足も甚だしいものとなりました。あの時期、鉄道事故が多発した一因はそれです。
So I know what a Nukige is. I'm saying what to Hibiki and Hachiroku hate scene. That was when I was still a boy, around the time of the accident. Where you first met Hachiroku. That's not what I'm questioning. What do you mean a hate scene between Hibiki and Hachiroku? What context can you provide that would justify your why you think that? That era will simply, or should I say ruthlessly, be called
大敗戦時代。
大敗戦時代。
Hachiroku's and my voice intersect. I don't know if that feels reassuring or not, but Hachiroku finally looks up again.
皮肉なことに、私たちレールロードがその進化をフルに発揮したのもあの時代でした。
事故が多発したせいか。臨時ダイヤとやらが必要になったから。
Do you mean a hate scene between Hibiki, Hachiroku, and Sautetsu? Because how you worded it is without Sautetsu.
ご明察です、相鉄様。しかし、やがて。
With Sautetsu, okay. Now I get it. Hachiroku trails off. An increase in accidents, closure of tracks, discarding of trains. Damn, you're slow. It's not my fault you worded it weirdly. That's on you. The end that was brought by the track closure era at the end of the railways themselves.
私がタイト様に買い取られたのもその時期です。
Hachiroku's gaze turns to outside the canopy. There's a canopy? The dementia is spreading? No, I think yours is spreading to me, alright? Her expression is gloomy. It makes me feel similarly too.
しかし、私にはその時期の記憶がありません。この美しい街を見たかどうかさえ覚えていないのです。
I mean, you know, to be fair, the biggest it stops soon. I guess. You know, when this bar, I don't know. I mean, Hachiroku was the rail lord of the train that essentially could have caused the biggest accident. It was stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? She could either not stop, I mean, fast enough and barrel in and like dive into the river and like everyone dies, or she stops hard enough to risk essentially toppling over, right? And then that's what happens. It derailed. But less people died that way. So Tetsu definitely would have died if they just went into the river, right? I point out that fact as cheerfully as I can. I point ahead to direct Hachiroku's gaze and hope that this gloominess dissipates into the sky.
歩いてみるお人よの街はまた別の顔だ。歩くうち、あるいは見覚えに出くわすかもしれん。
そうですね。はい。相鉄様のおっしゃる通りと思います。
I nod in agreement. Her expression brightens up a bit again. Unlike the forced one from earlier, I find out how naturally a smile she actually has. Natural a smile.
それにしても、相鉄様は少しお人が悪いですね。
僕がか？
だって、よりにもよってエアクラに乗せるだなんておっしゃって。
なあ。
I get it. He loves and takes pride in the railways, and hates aircraft precisely because of that. Because aircraft made railway obsolete.
飛行機なら飛行機と最初からおっしゃってくだされば、私もお見苦しいところを見せずに済みましたのに。
確かにな。
Hachiroku's right. Hachiroku's right. I feel like a bit of an asshole right now. I coerced Navi to stay silent, and I tricked Hachiroku. Did you though? You didn't. It's not like you knew that she was so opposed to aircraft.
人が悪いのも仕方ないのだ。何せ僕はお人よしの生まれではない。
そうなのですか？
うん、そうなのだ。
After saying that, Hachiroku giggles a bit.
なら私は相鉄様のお人の悪さに感謝しなくてはいけませんね。
感謝？なぜだ？
最初から飛行機と聞いていたなら、私きっと慣れている風を装ってキョロキョロできませんでした。
Hachiroku innocently says that and starts peering over the edge to see the scenery below.
川も豊かで見事です。あの水を先ほど私はいただいたのでしょうか？
うん、球磨川の水だ。もっとも酒造りに使うのはもっと上流、源流に近いところの水だそうだが。
素晴らしいですね。いつか機会があればこの素晴らしい川の源を眺めてみたいものです。
Her words surprise me. My emotions spill from my mouth.
同じことを思うのだな、僕と。
相鉄様も。
うん。ここに引き取られてすぐのことだがな。
引き取られてですか？
なあ、僕は右田の養子なのだ。
There's no point in hiding it, but Hachiroku is a rail lord. I'd rather she not be bothered by it, so I purposefully didn't tell her about the rail accident.
僕は事故で家族のすべてをなくし、右田家にタイトさんに引き取られ、その養孫となった。
He bought a rail lord and adopted a grandson at the same time.
タイト様に相鉄様も。だから名前の話の時に響様を。
あれは僕が養子だという話を嫌うのだ。僕は気にせんのだが、覚えておいてもらえば助かる。
Hachiroku looks down.
はい。以降は間違いなく。知らぬこととはいえ失礼しました。
何？知らぬがゆえの失礼なら僕もした。そうだ、これでおあいこということにならんか。
Her downward gaze picks up. A playful glint shines in her eyes.
さようでした。お人の悪い相鉄様に私寝込みを襲われ脱がされてしまいましたね。
Hey, he didn't know, okay?
おいおい、人聞きの悪いことを。
お空ですよ、相鉄様。飛ぶ鳥は私たちの声などきっと聞きません。
Yeah, and before a bird slams into his fucking head. Probably not. But Navi is listening. I hope it doesn't misconstrue the situation.
ご安心ください、相鉄様。私もう少しも怒っても不愉快と思ってもおりません。
そうなのか。
I'm totally convinced, considering how happy she looks. Maybe she's just able to switch her mentality that easily, or maybe her personality is similar to mine.
ですが、まだおあいこにはできません。
なぜだ？怒ってないのなら。
怒ってないからむしろです。平手打ちを余分に一つ、私は相鉄様に。
You slapped him once. What do you mean?
なるほど。よかろう。
Flick. I lightly tap her forehead with my fingertip, gently enough so that it won't actually hurt.
体格差を加味すればこんなところだろう。いいな、86。これで手打ちだ。
かしこまりました、相鉄様。手打ちで、おあいこで、トントンです。
うん。
She is quick to understand. I knew our personalities were alike. Wait.
86もタイトさんに買い取られたと言っていたな。ならば僕たちは似た者同士なのかもしれん。
I didn't think he would also make the comparison.
本当にそうかもしれませんね。相鉄様もこの川の源に興味がおありとのことですし。
興味を持って実際歩いた。無論子供の足で遡りきれるものではなかったが。
歩いて遡られたのですか、この川を。
なあ、興味があり時間と体力があるように思え、金はさっぱりなかったからな。
まあ、
Maybe it was something I said, but Hachiroku giggles a little.
歩かれてどうなりました？
動けなくなり、翌朝を迎え発見、保護され、枕姉にこっぴどく怒られてげんこつをもらった。
げんこつですか？あの方が
86が想像しているのの多分数倍は痛いやつだ。コツンでもゴツンでもなくガンときた。
それほど強く。
うん、 目から火花が飛び散った。そこに怒涛の熊本弁で手ひどく叱りつけられたのだ。
Hachiroku gives a slight nod before going quiet.
どこに行こうと勝手だが、行き先を言ってからにしろ。探すこちらが大変だと。そんな意味だと伝わってきた。
ごくまっとうなお叱りですね。
そうだな。僕もそう思った。そして同時に、この人は僕を叱ってくれると、ほっとした。
That's right. I felt relieved that I wasn't given special treatment just because I was the survivor of an accident. I was treated normally, just like any other person. I finally met someone who would treat me like a human being. And the best part is that she's a total MILF. What?
ほっとして、だから家族になれたのだろうな。今となってはそう感じる。
And the worst part is that she's considered a side character.
素敵な方なのですね、枕様は。
そうだな。誰より頼れる人だ。あの人がひとたび本気になれば。
She has hate scenes. I expected that. That's why she has a route.
相鉄様？
That's odd. Why? Think for a minute. It's obvious that Makoda is opposed to it.
なのになぜ、帝都の僕にまで届くほど、エアクラ工場誘致活動が活発になってしまったのだ。
エアクラ工場誘致活動？
Hachiroku's voice springs up.
この町にですか？この川の水を工場で汚そうというのですか？
そういう話だ。僕はそれを食い止めたいと帝都から戻ってきた。
私は素晴らしいオーナーに巡り合いました。
Her obvious hostility instantly turns into happiness. Hibiki shows off a variety of expressions, but Hachiroku shows an equal number of emotions. Look, all I'm saying is that I think Sotetsu just lacks any emotions.
私をお役立てください、相鉄様。この美しい川の町を悪の手に渡してはいけません。
悪？
What a strong word that is.
エアクラ工場は悪なのか？
エアクラそのものが名前の中にそもそも悪を内包するような存在です。
Navi, what's your opinion on what Hachiroku just said? Because aircraft sounds like Aku. Evil? Yes, Akuma means devil, so Aku means evil. Right? You get it. I'm not particularly good with wordplay, but if it's a game she wants, I'll try to play along. Because, okay, how they pronounce it is aircraft. Wait, no. Okay, hang on. Let's just...
エアクラそのものが名前の中にそもそも悪を内包するような存在です。
But... I don't... Look, I don't want to play along.
ならば、お前が今ここで身の処し方に困っているのも名のゆえか？
それはいかなる意味でございましょうか？
流浪をお前たちはその名に内包している。
I whisper that to her. Hachiroku writes in the air with her finger.
レイルロード。なるほど、暗示的ですね。悪に駆逐され、我々は流浪に身を落とした。
I was just trying to be playful. Hachiroku looks at me, seriousness on her face. Her lips originally straight across, drop into a frown.
やはり悪です。エアクラも、エアクラを作る工場も。
She bluntly and coldly says.
人々の暮らしから鉄道を奪い、大敗戦時代を招いた。エアクラの犯した罪を私は決して許しません。
罪？
より便利だったから人に選ばれただけの話です。それを親倉の罪というなら逆恨みでは？
Damn, Navi couldn't take it anymore. She had to speak up.
何者ですか？
She's completely caught off guard by Navi's voice, but Hachiroku keeps calm and challenges the source of the voice.
こそこそ隠れて物申すとは卑怯千万。恥じ入りなさい。そして姿を現しなさい。
She can't. I mean, technically she's the entire plane, so...
隠れてなどいません。本気の姿はあなたの視界に捉えられています。
本気では。
She looks left and right. The stern look in her eyes softens a little.
あなたはこの飛行機なのですか？
Yeah, you've been talking shit about aircraft the entire time. She couldn't take it anymore.
飛行機ではありません。
I can feel Navi's silent rage. I won't stop them. Even if I did, the rift would just widen between them.
本機は冬季試作飛行型エアクラ EFL T007 の専用エアクラナビです。
エアクラ？まさか空を飛ぶエアクラなんて。
Well, aircraft, right? You know, it's just 2 letters off. Hachiroku turns her gaze my way. She grabs onto me. But lying to get through a situation is more evil, in my opinion.
あるのだ、今は。空にさえエアロクラフテック機関の手は届いたのだ。
ならば降ります。
Her high-pitched voice echoes, shaking the cramped canopy. Hachiroku tries frantically to find a way out.
なほうかお前は。今ここを出れば地に落ち粉々に壊れるぞ。
そうであってもエアクラになぞ。
くだらない意地で自らの職務を永遠に放棄しますか。レイルロードも引くほどの存在ではないのですね。
Don't slide, my Hachiroku. She freezes. Hachiroku remains completely motionless. But her eyes, they begin to burn with a fiery rage.
私たちから職務を、人は貨物を運ぶことを、レールまでをも奪ったのはあなた方でしょうに。
事実誤認の訂正を。
違うぞ、86。
I interrupt Navi. The explanation should be coming from a human.
お前自らが言っていたではないか。すべてを支配するのは人間。すべては人間の選択だ。
I was taught that by an unknown girl with golden hair. It was while I was healing from the accident. Who? But when I couldn't channel or manage my hatred. Back when I couldn't stop my emotions from unraveling. Back when I couldn't channel manage my hatred. Okay.
たとえ知性を持とうとも、物は決定を下せない。決定を下すのは常に人で、その責任を負うのも人だ。
そのことならば、当然に承知いたしております。
ならば、ナビに、物に当たるのはやめた方がいい。お前の誇りを、お前自身が貶めることになってしまうぞ。
Yeah, so Tetsu's learned that the hard way. Hachiroku's shoulders shake slightly, swallows. Is Hachiroku able to make saliva? Genuinely interested in that. Bro. This is getting out of hand, man. Like, come on. Why is she able to produce saliva?
相鉄様のおっしゃられる通りであるかと思います。取り乱し八つ当たりをしたことを心より恥じ入ります。
The hate scene. Shut up. Outside of that, man, she doesn't have a need to swallow. Like, it's not like she has a digestive system. She drinks water. Well, more like her mouth is used as a funnel and goes to her system, right? It's not like she has to like actively drink it, right? Like how you usually gulp down water. I think she chews the coal. She has teeth, well, of course she does. Why? Of course she has teeth. She needs to chew the coal. Thanks for the hydrate. End the stretch. What are the teeth made out of? He bows deeply. He places both hands down in the canopy and bows.
雨ですか？
See, that would be that. See, that's another reason why they can't just not have like something covering them because of rain.
Yeah.
There isn't a cloud in sight. Why would Navi say something like that?
けれど、私がその事実を認めれば、私は姉妹すべてを貶めることとなってしまいます。
She's crying. Large teardrops stream from her face, down her face. Her hands are still down on the floor, her shoulders shaking. She doesn't even try to wipe them. She just continues to sob.
ですから、たとえそれが人間の選択であろうとも。
無理に受け入れることはない。正しいと信じる必要もない。人間は間違った選択を、行動をしてしまう。それは事実で、だから事故などが起きるのだ。
Accidents still occur. It is not the fault of the things or technology. It always falls on the humans who use them. And this is why we shouldn't keep shitting on AI like it's the AI's fault, alright? It's because of the people who make shit content with it. But even if responsibility can be taken with the law, hatred cannot be erased, nor will it help heal scars. Bro, this is too relevant to what's happening with fucking AI.
僕はそのことを好みを持って知っている。だから少しはお前の憎しみにも共感できるように思う。
誤った選択を、それに巻き込まれた者の苦しみを。
そうだ。その苦しみと、それゆえのぶつけどころのない憎しみを。
Hachiroku turns her face to me. She looks at me without wiping her tears.
でしたら、どうか教えてください。私はこの憎しみをどうすれば。
If you want to direct your hatred to anywhere, direct it to the people who made Ekra. Right?
憎むべきは、その決定に巻き込まれた自分の無力さだ。憎しみをゆえに、力をつけることによって進ぐべきだ。
Okay, turn it into spite is what he's saying. I was taught the same thing. While I was just running away, Taito was the one who provided that outlook, giving me hope, a new life.
力をつける。 かし今さらそうしたところで。
時は戻せん。しかし次には巻き込まれずに済むかもしれん。
次ですか？
来るのだ、必ず。生きてさえいればいやおうなしに。
If I could save someone during that time, if I can save anyone in place of Michiko, I will live to atone for that. I was taught that this is to be my most important duty.
無力を嘆く暇があるなら力をつけるために動け。無力であった自分を憎み、故に自らを鍛え抜け。
次来ますか？私のようなものにでも。
お前がどのようなものであるのか、僕はまだほとんど知らん。
はい。
が、僕は縁あり、お前のオーナーとなった。ならば、僕は僕にできる限りを尽くそう。
Naturally, that's my duty.
お前がそれを望むなら、僕は必ずお前に次を迎えさせよう。
そうです。
She begins crying again. This time it sounds as if she's partly laughing. Her pretty face is scrunched up.
体の調子までおかしいようです。私は自分一つさえ今は制御できておりません。
そうか。
Ato left her in the glass case, missing memories and extremes in the wavering of her emotions. The facts gives substance to my imagination, or perhaps, if that's the case, I have to fix Hachiroku. What? Hachiroku may be completely damaged.
望むことなど今の私には難しすぎます。ですが、それでも。
Her eyes still wet with tears. Pan up. She looked straight into my eyes.
相鉄様に教えていただいたその通り、少しでも回復のため私は力をつけて。
Growl.
それでいい。お前の体も腹が減っては戦もできんと言っている。
Excuse me? She actually has a fucking digestive system. Does she shit? Does she need to? I don't want an answer to that question, actually.
さようですね。
She answers me without being the slightest bit embarrassed. Not bad at all. Even if Hachiroku's damaged, he's much stronger than I was during that time.
なら利用しろ。エアクラであれなんであれ。最も早い道を選んで選択をできるようになれ。
はい。かしこまりました。相鉄様。何？教官？
Hachiroku twitches and straightens her back. Her eyes begin to shift about aimlessly. She soon focuses on the center panel of the canopy.
あなた、エアクラナビ。
ただナビとそれ以上の故障は不要です。
Yeah, it's not really a. Yeah, it's not a creative name, but it's a name.
そうだったのですね。ナビ、あなたもまた私たちの。
エアクラナビはエアロクラフテック社の製品です。誰の妹でもありません。
Little sister. In this case, succeeding model. Succeeding model, or perhaps it's in the same Or perhaps it's in the sense that they've succeeded their technologies.
なるほどな。ナビが86に共感とやらを送ったか。
はい。私は間違いなく受け取りました。
ナビ、一体何と送った？
特には単に臨時の周辺情報を発信しただけです。
では偶然にそれを86が傍受してしまったというわけか。
事実群からはそのように推測されます。
Navi's cheeky words make Hachiroku break his smile.
確かに。とても優位な周辺情報を私は偶然受け取りました。
Hachiroku's gaze turns downward. The altitude has dropped significantly without my knowing. I can see two clear silver lines stretched far along. Hachiroku's eyes light up with glee.
鉄道はこの町ではまだ生き延びてくれているのですね。
なあ、そのようだな。僕がこの町を出た時には青い一息だったようだが。
生き延びているなら次があります。相鉄様のお言葉ですよ。
The way she talks is her usual self, but her voice is obviously happier. If she had a tail, she would. If she had a tail, I'm sure she'd be wagging it right now.
近くに降りて見てみるか？
Don't give them any ideas.
できるのですか？
できる。ナビ。
了解しました。最適な着水地点をサーチします。
Since it's a river town, the train tracks are usually right alongside the water, meaning to say there's no shortage of water to land on.
サーチ終了。直ちに着水を開始しますか？
You should have cat ears and a tail as well. I told them not to give them ideas, but they wouldn't listen. You would be so cute. I mean, yeah, but still. Summer tracks. Those words on their own sound clear and refreshing, but... Alright. I think I'm gonna end it there for today. So, thanks for watching. Game tomorrow. Thanks for liking. Thank you for chatting. If you enjoyed, a follow would be appreciated. And if you want to support me further, you could always subscribe. Tomorrow, I will be playing. It is World B Day. Well, today is T Day for me. Holy shit. Fuck off with this bullshit, man. Anyway, tomorrow is tomorrow I'll be playing Amazing Grace. I don't know why it took me so long to say it, but yes. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed my little conductor's hat, right? I don't know if this is a good place to put it, or if it is better to be like here or like here, right? But wear a cross necklace for tomorrow or a Santa hat. See, that's the problem though, right? Because wearing Christmas attire implies Christmas, but it's not Christmas themed. But the hat anyway. Look, if only if only Amazing Grace came out December, right? Like it was meant to. It feels weird, other side. Okay. There, it's back. But, anyway. Like, yes. I forgot what I was gonna say. They both feel weird? What do you mean? But this is better. So, this is better? Just having it in the middle? Actually. That's probably best. Alright, let me... Oh. Let me change it then. I think this works. Try finding a cross. I'll look for something. I'll find something that'll... Uh-oh. That'll, look better. Look... That'll fit the theme of Amazing Grace. But, yeah. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I'll put white streaks in on your forehead's face. Okay. No. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.